This video is for you. That's right. I am calling you out. I am telling you all about yourself. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Hey everybody, my name is Mara the Magnificent and welcome back. I know that quite a while people have been like, Mara, where have you been? Mara, where are you doing? Mara, why haven't you been posting? And the truth of the matter is that I have no excuse. Yeah, I have no excuse. And I was thinking about like why I haven't been posting and what has been really hindering me. And the truth was I had no excuse except for the fact that I was getting in my own way. So that's what I wanted to chit chat with you guys about today, about how many times you get in your own way. So nothing was really wrong with my other videos. I think that I was telling myself, oh, I started doing a new thing and maybe I bit off more than I could chew and I don't know if I can continue to do this. I found myself talking down to the things that I had going on. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at pretending like everything is going to fall apart if I move in the direction that I'm supposed to move in. And I don't know if anybody else has that. It's usually you telling yourself and making assumptions. I was talking to one of my friends today and she was like, there's no assumptions in business. Like you can't assume, you have to read everything, you have to follow through on everything. And I was like, wow, that is kind of the same thing as in life. There are no assumptions in life. Ask questions, see what's going on, get a better insight. And if you're assuming that the negative is going to happen, you're preparing yourself for that. And I don't think that that is going to help us anymore. I don't think that that is where we need to be in this season of our lives, you know? I found myself constantly thinking that the world is passing me by anyways. So why do I need to participate in it? And it seems so silly saying it out loud, but like I wrote it down in my notes. Like I felt like the world was passing me by. And it's not because I necessarily felt like I was being lazy. It just felt like what I had to contribute to the world wasn't good enough. Like even posting a YouTube video, finding myself saying, no one's watching it. Are you sure you want to let people peek into your life? You're always so open, but never really real. Are you sure that you're ready to get like real with people? Are you sure that they're going to accept you? And no one ever said, hey, we don't want you to keep it real with us. Hey, we're not going to accept you. Hey, we're worried about what you have going on. No one has ever said that to me ever. It's just when I sit alone in my thoughts, I make up the most outlandish things. Does anybody else do that? Like I will believe something because I imagined it and it's far from the truth. If I could take the time to say, I just came up with this random hypothesis. Let me go and see if it's actually true. I would probably save myself a lot of stress, a lot of heartache, because we will tell ourselves whatever makes sense. And sometimes what seems to make sense makes sense because you don't have all the variables. You don't have all the factors. You don't know what is going to happen next. You don't know how somebody else is moving. And if you could just honestly pause and realize that not everybody is out to get you. So why are you out to get yourself? I think more than likely you would be happier, because I constantly tell myself that somebody's out to get me, like there's an axe murderer outside, and that's never the case. I mean, it could be the case. Like I am always on my P's and Q's to make sure that I'm not murdered by an axe murderer, but that's, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the person that's hiding out there waiting for you to fail is you.
A lot of times the person that's hiding out there waiting for you to fail is you.
So why are you doing that? Why are you sabotaging yourself before you even get started? I always thought it was a cliche that saying you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And I don't know if I necessarily like that saying, but I do think there is some truth in it. Like, if you don't want to grow, then you should sit there. If you don't want to be better, then don't practice. If you don't want to be number one, then do what you've always been doing. Because it's comfortable, right? And comfort is not going to help us anymore. Comfort is not going to propel us forward anymore. We can't let our own self-doubt be in the way of that. And you know, I have seen myself sabotage myself in other ways, not just like the grand scheme of things. Oh my gosh, business girl, gotta get my life together. But I've seen it happen in small things. Like, okay, for example, I went on a cruise, right? And this is my first time going on the cruise. You're supposed to board really early in the morning. I was ready to board, but turns out the boat was still at sea because of some wind. So we had to wait till like we were supposed to board at 8 a.m. We didn't board till like 6 p.m. So I was already checked out of my hotel. I'm just roaming around the city that the boat is supposed to be in, and then we finally get on the boat. I mean, it took forever. And if you ever been on a cruise, they have like the opening ceremonies where they tell you things and then you get to party for the first night. But I was exhausted, and I remember I was like, okay, we can just take a quick nap and then we're going to have our first night party on the boat. Woke up, it was the very next day, and I was so upset. I cannot believe that I missed my first night partying on the boat. How could this possibly have happened to me? I want to be here so bad, and I can't believe that I missed the first night partying on the boat. No, this is horrible. I can't believe that I missed it. And you know what I did? Sabotage like 3/4 of the next day because I was still upset about the night before. When everybody told me, yeah, we were asleep too because we had a long day just like you did. Quick to judge, quick to think that everything is going to be the worst situation possible, quick to see the negative in every situation is going to sabotage the next thing that happens. I think the snowball effect is real, and it happens all the time in real life. And it's like, if you get a pebble in the snowball and it hurts, but if you keep going on and you swing on over into rocks, you're going to keep getting hurt. But if you get a pebble and you say, ow, that hurts, and you swing on over to the snow and you swing on over to positivity, then you're gonna have a great big snowball that's fluffy at the end and not one that's full of rocks. I just made that metaphor up. Did that make sense? I feel like you got me. And that's just another way of being your worst enemy, letting minor inconveniences ruin an entire day. Don't you hate when you go and you realize, oh, so-and-so is gonna come, she's gonna complain, and everybody's gonna have to be like, oh, woo, woo, woo to so-and-so, and we're not gonna have a good time anymore because they let a minor inconvenience ruin their entire day. Don't be that person. Nobody likes that person. You don't even like that person. So why would you be that person for yourself? Another thing that I think is a way that many people are self-sabotaging is distractions. And I actually came up with that one in my noggin while I was making the outline for this YouTube video, because it is so easy to get distracted. It is so easy and it's so fun. And I can go down a rabbit hole of all the things that I want to go on because I have TikTok and I have YouTube and I have all the things and I have Instagram. You can go through a deep rabbit hole, Pinterest and images and whatever. You can do that, but it's so easy to look left, right, and not onto your goal. It's so easy for you to say, oh, I can push this off to later, when in the reality, the only time is now. You have to do it here. You have to do it now, because that is the way that you're going to get over it. That's the way that you're going to get through. You're sabotaging yourself when you say to yourself, instead of taking 30 minutes to finish out my outline for my YouTube video so I can edit and put it out on time like I should. Oh my goodness, I started looking up statistics, and then I found this, and then I found that, and then I found this, and then I found that. And then everything you want is more important than what you need. Do not let your temporary wants be greater than your long-term desires. Let me say that again. Y'all didn't hear me, church. Y'all ain't hear me, church. Y'all ain't hear me. Y'all ain't listening. Do not let your temporary wants be greater than your long-term desires. And that comes to me because one of my things that I have to work on is food. I think I have a very unhealthy relationship with food. Very. It's a thing. I'm not ready to open up about it, but it's a thing. And I will say, oh, I should just have this. Oh, I should just have this. Oh, but I want this and I want to be healthy and I want to make sure that my body's in shape and I want to do this and I want to do this. And I know that I have the family history and I should. And long term, I want to live a healthy life and I don't want to be on pharmaceuticals like everybody in my family. I want, but oh my gosh, you're eating a piece of French toast. Now I have to eat a piece of French toast. Oh my goodness. Reese cups are on sale. The Christmas tree ones, because Christmas is over. I should buy all of them because they're on sale. Those are my temporary wants. When my long-term desires are so much greater. And I know I'm talking about food, but everything can relate to food, right? My temporary want of overeating my dinner, even though I'm full, is greater than my desire to cut calories. It's a thing. And and the only person that makes the decision if I'm going to put the spoonful in my mouth is me. So why are you sabotaging yourself? When you have everything that you need. I read, while I was studying for this, I read that we have like tens of thousands or maybe tens of millions of thoughts a day. And 90% of those thoughts are the same thoughts from yesterday. And so when we continue to think negatively about ourselves, about our situation, about how we view things, if we feel like complaining or not, those thoughts more than likely are going to hold over into the next day and the next day and the next day. Have you ever said, oh, I'll put it off till tomorrow. Oh, I'll put it off till tomorrow. And tomorrow was 10 weeks ago. Your mind will do that to you. So how are we going to take back our mind? How are we going to take back what's ours so that we can live a life that is good, that is abundant, that is welcoming in joy, that is welcoming in abundance, that's welcoming in happiness, that's welcoming in success? I don't know. I really don't know the answer. You guys can tell me what you're doing down below, but I Googled some things and I was trying to figure out so we can be helpful and hopefully we grow together and be better people together, because I am nobody's life coach. I probably need one myself, but I was wondering, what can we do to be better than we were yesterday? How can we love on ourselves a little bit more than sabotaging ourselves? And I came up with a few things. The first one is focus. Focus. And I actually started doing like these focus exercises. Some of them are like meditation practices. Some of them are like focus games. Sometimes it's, I'm committing at this time, I'm going to read for 30 minutes. Something to break the distractions so that I can focus and focus on the goals, focus on the long-term desires so that my temporary wants will not overcome them. The next thing, and focusing is, it seems so easy, but it's really actually kind of hard because we have so many reasons to be distracted. I found myself yesterday working on my calendar while researching things on my iPad for the calendar while needing my phone to play Bob's Burgers. And so I had some noise in the background to focus. And the fact that we have to have so much going on so that we can feel like we have some type of productivity, it doesn't make sense to me. And maybe that's how my mind works, but we need something so that we can continue to focus. What are your long-term desires? Don't let those temporary wants be greater than your long-term desires. The next thing is to slow down. And I am big on this. So I actually, TMI, I was looking up, why am I so gassy? I was looking up why am I so gassy? And one of the things that I read was You probably eat too fast. And I got this all the time as a kid. Mariah, your food is already dead. You don't have to kill it again. Mariah, your food is not gonna run away from you. Why are you shoving it in your mouth? Mariah, why are you acting out like people don't feed you here? Why are you eating so fast? It's always been a thing. And it's like, there is something so wonderful about slowing down so that you can truly process. It's just like food. I think I'm gonna do everything with food. It's just like food. If you slow down and eat your food and chew and process, your body will understand that it's got something coming in, and your cells will work and everything will move the way that it's supposed to move so that you can be healthy. It's the same thing with taking on a new skill. If you slow down and fine tune all the things that need to be done so that you can hone in on your new skill. So if you take the time to focus on slowing down and understanding, you're gonna be a whole new person. You're gonna be a whole new being just by slowing down. And sometimes it will take practice. It will take practice. Like, I am actively practicing slowing down. I'm actively practicing focus exercises so that I can be the best version of myself. And the next thing is to be nice to my friend. Stop. When you are thinking something negative about yourself, be nice to my friend. Calm down. You're amazing. You're talented. You're worthy. You work hard. You persevere. You push through. Be nicer to my friend, because they deserve grace and love and compassion and joy and companionship, which is my last thing, which is to be around some good people. Don't be around no negative Nancy's. I have to cut negative Nancy's to a minimum. I do believe that some friends need you in certain places in their life. Some people go through it, and when people go through it, they need their community. So I don't believe in cutting people off because they're going through it. But there are times where you need to minimize those distractions. There are times where you need to be like, this person always got something bad to say. They always complain. They always got something negative to say. They always got to, I can't do it. Where are the people that are lifting you up? Where are the people that are loving on you regardless? Like, I have my friends and they love on me regardless. Like, and I have done some crazy stuff. And that's why my friend group is small, because I probably made some people not want to be my friend. That's fine. But the people that have stuck around, they have been like, girl, this was completely wrong and you were out of your mind. I love you. Here's some, I'm going to uplift you. I'm going to tell you all the wonderful things, but I'm also going to tell you that, you know, you're a little not right. I've had people come and be like, I'm here to hold you accountable. Here I am. So having those people around you will continue to, and when they say, hey, be nice to my friend Jill, all right? Just be nice to my friend Rachel. Like, be nice to my friend Bob. Like, it's fine. And once you start having other people being nice to you, they're so easy when you were alone and in solace and in a negative space to continue in that negative space. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that person. Nobody wants to be that person. I don't like that person. And I don't like when I'm that person. And I definitely don't like when I'm sitting by myself and it's me and the person I don't like, which is me. You know? So if you just have those moments, even if you're just like, I need to be around some positivity. I need to be around some good people for a minute. I need to make sure that I'm all right. That's fine. You should. We welcome it. So that's all I got to talk about. How are we going to continue to not sabotage ourselves? We're so worthy of all the good things. We have to go out and get it. They say faith without work is dead, so we have to work. We have to put in the effort so that we can get the good things that are meant for us to have. Like, we have to. The only person that is stopping you is you. And if somebody else is worried about your bag, they don't need to be around. They need to be, keep your eyes on your own wallet. Keep your eyes on your own pockets. Keep your eyes on your own test paper. And be nice to you. You're a good person. You deserve it. I believe so. Stop telling yourself that you can't when you can. Have you tried? When's the last time you tried? Try 3 times and let me know. I hope that you guys enjoyed this chit chat. I hope that it was helpful, or maybe it was just accountable. I feel like I was talking to myself more than I was talking to you guys. But if you have found yourself sabotaging yourself What are some things that you do to pick yourself back up? I am excited to know. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. If you have a friend that's sabotaging themselves, send this their way so that they can get a little bit of accountability while you are being a good community for them. Until next Monday, I cannot wait to see you guys again.